The living entities are parts and parcels of the Lord, and they are eternally servitors of the Lord. All the Vedic literatures, therefore, are put into systematic order for the benefit of the fallen souls. And it is the duty of the fallen souls to take advantage of such literatures to be freed from the bondage of material existence. Although formally Sri Narada Rishi is his spiritual master, Srila Vyasadeva is not at all dependent on a spiritual master because, in essence, he is the spiritual master of everyone else. But because he is doing the work of an Acharya, he has taught us by his own conduct that one must have a spiritual master, even though he may be God himself. Lord Sri Krishna, Lord Sri Rama, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all incarnations of Godhead, accepted formal spiritual masters, although by their transcendental nature they were cognizant of all knowledge. In order to direct people in general to the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna, he himself in the incarnation of Vyasadeva is delineating the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. Om
तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदामि ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सकलनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सर्वदा ललिता श्रीशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायिते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिष्ठे नमः हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
So it's a very apt shloka for the felicitation of book marathon. We see that the source, the origin of it is mentioned. Like here, Narad Muni is glorifying Vyasadeva. He's telling that you have a perfect vision. So the words used here is amoghadrik. You have amogha means what?
Seeing as it is, like, without illusion.
Spotless.
Spotless, or mogha means like illusion, and amogha means like without illusion, and drik means to have vision. So like a clear vision, perfect vision, of the Supreme Lord. So is mentioned your goodness has perfect vision. You yourself can know the super soul personality of Godhead because you are present as the plenary portion of the Lord. So Vyasadeva himself is also an incarnation of the Lord, and so also he has a very clear vision. So clear vision means, so Prabhupada actually brings about this point, which is a very essential point which he often repeats. The living entities are part and parcel of the Lord, and they are eternally servitors of the Lord. Or everything that exists is part and parcel of the Lord, and it should be utilized in the service of the Lord. So this is the clear vision. So like illusioned vision means everything that exists is different from the Lord, and potentially I can enjoy something, or I can have like I can fear something, or something can actually harm me. So this is like separated vision, Bhinnadrik. So, but here it is Amoghadrik, like he is present as the plenary portion of the Supreme Lord. Although you are birthless, you have appeared on this earth for the well-being of all people. So like Vyasadeva, in Chaitanya Charitamrita also this thing comes that how like seeing the precarious condition of the living entities, Vyasadeva actually comes and then he for the well-being of people in general, he actually writes the Vedas and Puranas and things like that. So this is the glorification of Vyasadeva. And so he's been instructed now. Please therefore describe the transcendental pastimes of Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna more vividly. Because Vyasadeva described, that's why we are able to do book distribution. Otherwise, we don't have any source only. So this is nice, this one. And Srila Vyasadeva, the empowered plenary portion, incarnation of the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna. So he descended by his costless mercy to deliver the fallen souls in the material world. The fallen and forgotten souls are detached from transcendental loving service of the Lord. The living entities are part and parcel of the Lord and they are eternally servitors of the Lord. All the Vedic literatures, therefore, are put into systematic order for the benefit of the fallen souls, and it is the duty of the fallen souls to take advantage of such literatures and be freed from the bondage of material existence. So, now, but then Vyasadeva actually put the whole Vedic literatures. Now we are just distributing some few books. So, kaisa kaam hoga? How will it get? How will it, solve the purpose? We should be distributing all Vedic literatures, no? So systematic order he has put in, for the deliverance of the living entity.
Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita is specifically glorified. That's why we are distributing. So other literature, it has mentioned the Lord's form and everything, but it is not sufficiently glorified. So we are distributing because it is sufficiently glorified. Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita.
What other?
Maybe they are suitable for Kali Yuga.
Huh?
Which are suitable for or relevant for Kali Yuga.
Which are suitable and relevant for Kali Yuga.
If a person starts from scratch, he can't complete all the books which he written.
So that is also there. So also we know, we are not missing anything. Essence of all the Vedic literatures is Upanishads, and essence of all the Upanishads is Gita, and essence of Gita is Vedanta Sutra, and essence of Vedanta Sutra is Srimad Bhagavatam. So when we are distributing Gita and Bhagavatam, so we don't need to feel that we are not giving some things. We are giving everything that is necessary. And also the Acharya's commentaries are also very amazing. And so with this, a perfect glorification of the Lord has been given. And we should be very convinced that pure glorification of the Lord, even if it is a small bit of it, that is sufficient. What is needed is exposure to a transcendental sound vibration. And it doesn't necessary that ocean of transcendental sound vibration is needed. Even one Hariksetra mantra or even one small pure glorification of the Lord is sufficient to deliver the living entity actually. So in that way, it is though it is put, all the Vedic literatures are put. So sometimes people may also read all these things. The most essential thing is bhakti. And if somebody cannot just do bhakti, so then there is need of jnana, and somebody cannot just do bhakti and jnana, then there is need of karma. So if they need, they will later on they will read all those things. So essential thing is bhakti. That has to be spread. So after that, all other things will come into place. The slower the processes will automatically come into place. So, but the most important thing is to spread the essential core principle, that is bhakti, which is integral part, or which is the only thing in the bhakti yoga, and which is the foundational or integral part of other yoga systems also. So in that way, the literatures which talk about bhakti is of foremost importance, and that must be distributed for the benefit of everybody. It is not just the literatures of karma yoga, which describes varnashram and things like that. So which for some people it may be useful and some people it may not be useful. But then the literature of Bhakti Yoga is useful for everybody. Whatever one may do, for everyone this is very, very useful. So in that way, the literatures that talk about Bhakti give the ultimate conclusion of Bhakti. So they have to be profusely distributed. So
And then this is also we see the fallen souls, like the bad condition of the fallen souls is being seen by people who can help, people who are in a position to help, and what help they are extending. So seeing that, like they are not going and doing various different things, they are sitting in one place and writing the books. So this is what, like Vyasadeva did. Now out of his great compassion for all living entities, he is sitting here and writing the book. And then Kapila Dev, out of great compassion for all living entities, what is he doing? Instructions to Devati he gives. So that is this one. So through that instruction, through Mother Devati, that will spread. So then one more thing he does. What does he do? He sits in that Ganga Sagar area and then he performs tapasya, and that is going to generate so much of good vibes, over everywhere. Even Vyasadeva also, like even now he is in his Badrika ashram and then he performs tapasya, for the sake of the well-being of all the living entities. And Naranarayan Rishi, what they are doing for the sake of well-being of all living entities? They are also doing tapasya, for the well-being of all the living entities, right? So in that way, two important aspects are there. One is our own Shravan Kirtan and distribution of this knowledge to other people. So both of these things are of great welfare to people. So when we do morning program, we should not think that it is only for my welfare. So morning program is for my welfare and for the welfare of whole Bangalore. so when I sit and chant or when I attend Aarti, it is not only for my welfare. No, it is an austerity that we are performing. It's a tapasya that we are performing, and it is Loka Mangala. It is like everyone gets benefited because of this. So we see that the mercy towards the fallen souls actually extended in the form of literature. Vyasadeva actually sat and wrote these literatures. And although formally Srila Narada Rishi is the spiritual master, and Srila Vyasadeva is not at all dependent on a spiritual master, because he is in essence, he is spiritual master of everyone else. So the spiritual master's appearance day is celebrated as Vyasa Puja. So because why it is celebrated as Vyasa Puja?
Because he's
He is representative of Vyasadeva. Anything else? As a representative of Vyasadeva, what is he supposed to do? He is supposed to repeat the teachings of Vyasadeva, because Vyasadeva is the original spiritual master. His teaching is the original teaching. Any other spiritual master, they come down, so they have to be a representative of Vyasadeva and they have to repeat the teachings of Vyasadeva. And so that is, in that way, Vyasadeva is the spiritual master of everybody, and then he doesn't need a spiritual master himself. No, one is that he is clear vision he has got. So why do one need a spiritual master? To get a clear vision, and he has already got Om Ajnan Timiram Dasyana, Jnananjana Shalakaya. So that is there. So he already got clear vision, and on the top of it, he is Supreme Lord himself. So means he's an incarnation of the Lord. So to attain the Lord, one may approach a spiritual master, and then the questions that is put forward to the spiritual master is that how can I attain the Lord? And the spiritual master is supposed to train the disciple in the process of attaining the Lord. So he is incarnation of the Lord himself. Kisko prapt karna chahte hai abhi? So but then Prabhupada is giving this one that he is as an acharya. He is teaching by his own conduct. He is teaching by his own example. And so he's citing the example of Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All of them are incarnations of the Lord, but they formally accepted spiritual master. Although by their transcendental nature, they were cognizant of all knowledge. So this is very, very nice point. The Lord himself also, when he comes, he accepts a spiritual master. So it is having many, many reasons. So one of the prominent reasons is to set example. So otherwise, there are other intimate reasons are also there. So where he wants, just he makes his devotees as his parents, and then he serves, or he exchanges that kind of a relationship of subordinate. So in that way also, there are many reasons are there for the pastimes of the Lord. But one of the prominent reason which Acharyas again and again emphasize is that the Lord also set an example. So in that way, like they set an example. They come and play the role play. And in order to direct people in general to the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna, he himself in the incarnation of Vyasadeva is delineating the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. So now this actually we can see that how important is this literatures. Books are the basis. We are actually strongly founded on this principle of the books. So whatever the Vedic scriptures are there, or whatever Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita is there, so that is the basis of our practice. If this is not there, so we will not have any basis. It is like if there is an army, and if you kill the commander in chief, what will happen to the army? It will become scattered. They don't get one standard information or one standard order, and there will not be any coordination and things like that. So it will be chaotic, right? So in the same way, our practice of bhakti, without dependence on the literatures, will be chaotic. You remember any shloka in this regard? Shruti Shruti Puranadi Pancharatrika Vidim Vina Aikantike Harer Bhaktir Urpadhaya Vikalpate. It will only create disturbance in the society. So if somebody says I have so much devotion to the Lord, and what's the basis of your devotion? So ऐसा ही मन में आ रहा है. So it is only going to create disturbance in the society, right? So our devotion should be based on the literatures, and especially generally the bhag, जो बोलते हैं many times, especially in congregation class, this kind of question comes, and especially there is a section of people people who are naturally very emotional and things like that, and they perform devotion out of bhav, and they ask this question ki इतना कुछ हम लोग पढ़ना है, ये करना है, वो करना है, but then ये तो भक्ति जैसा नहीं लग रहा है. भक्ति मतलब ऐसे दिल से करना चाहिए, भाव से करना चाहिए, and things like that. Then the standard explanation I give is that right now we are in Maya Prem, and our bhav is towards that Maya. And if we actually follow our bhav, we will actually be doing material activities or material semblance of a devotional service. We will not be able to do actual devotional service. So we have to control the bhav for some time, till the time we reach Nishta, Asakti, Ruchi and things like that. After that, bhav will come. It is not that varjit hai. It will come, and when it comes, you take. So right now we are in the material bhav. Usko dabana chahiye. And for that, it is very important that we follow the rules and regulations very nicely as given in the scriptures. So once a person actually crosses that, so it is all the rules and regulations that are there in the scriptures is for this purpose. How to create a culture of spiritual culture, and how to actually remove the material culture, and how to train the senses, mind and intelligence in a proper way, right? So that is the whole this one. So now these rules and regulations has its place to certain extent, till the time a person actually reaches the higher stage of devotional service. After that, he doesn't need to follow these rules and regulations so meticulously, because naturally his senses are trained to engage in the devotional service of the Lord. Right? So in that way, and also a sincere practitioner is advised in the in the pages of the Bhagavatam, that he always thinks that the mind, even a yogi who has controlled his mind, his mind is under his control, and he is always able to think of the Lord and good practices and things like that. So, but still, how he will see the mind at that point in time? A yogi who has already controlled his mind. As a captured animal. A hunter has captured an animal, and then the animal is nicely behaving whatever he is saying. Still, the hunter will not put faith. ये तो act कर रहा है. मैं थोड़ा attention divert करूँगा, वो भाग जाएगा. What is another example that is given? Unchaste wife. No, unchaste wife will do very nice service. No, अच्छे से करेगी. And जैसा husband थोड़ा इधर उधर चला गया, like no, तुरंत वो भाग जाएगी. So like that. So they have this one. So the mind is now साथ दे रहा है. Like no, it is liking to read Bhagavatam, it is liking to chant, and all these things are happening. But then still, no, this is material mind. कभी भी वो sense gratification के पीछे भाग सकता है. तो इसके लिए I will, even though I've come to the platform of like stably able to remember the Lord, still I should follow the rules and regulations, you know, which are regulating, which are actually protecting our exposure to this one material nature, right? So that is very very important. So material nature के साथ no ज़्यादा exposure नहीं होना चाहिए. So all the rules and regulations are meant for this, to create spiritual culture and to negate the material culture. So now we see as a representative of Vyasadeva, so it is our great fortune that these very literatures, you know, which are written, you know, for the welfare of all the people, you know, by the incarnation of the Lord Himself, and such great personality as Narad Muni, you know, he is instructing, you know, for the welfare of, you know, people, like, you know, you write these literatures and you glorify the Supreme Lord, you know, spotlessly. So, no, we cannot follow this instruction directly, because when we glorify the Lord, there will be some spots, or maybe like only spots. Like, the glorification of the Lord may emanate only little bit. So, but when we pass on the literature, no, so then it becomes no complete glorification of the Lord. No, this is proper Sankirtan of the Lord. And so when no, we can just imagine our good fortune that this mega project, no, the project that is no, or a work that is actually started by the Supreme Lord Himself, and no, in that project, no, we are able to get an opportunity to be a part of it. No, so that is a very very great fortune, no, that we are getting. And no, we cannot just imagine like what great fortune, like no, what no, we may have like worked based on like no, the score, and then no, isko like इससे ज़्यादा होना चाहिए and things like that and all. So that is our externally what we are thinking about. But internally, what happening is, no, whether knowingly or unknowingly, no, we are actually assisting, no, these great personalities as Vyasadeva and Narad Muni. So we cannot just imagine the amount of piety that we have amassed, no, like in terms of spiritual advancement. It is really, really very great. So, like we are just able to, render help or some kind of a service, in the service of the great personalities. And I also asked this question to one of my, like one of the senior devotees. And so when we do these kind of services of preaching and things like that, and many people take up Krishna consciousness also. So how to remain humble, in that situation? So he was mentioning that, like, so sometimes in the forest, like there is a lion, it fights with an elephant and it kills an elephant, right? And then when it kills the elephant, there is gush of blood actually comes and falls on the lion. So that time some small bugs are also sitting on top of the lion, and usko upar bhi like हाथी का blood गिरता है, and वो सोचते हैं कि like हमने मारा है हाथी को. So he's telling the main crux of the point is the real work is done by Vyasadeva and Prabhupada and these great personalities in disseminating the pure message of Krishna consciousness, and that is what is going to do the magic. So like what happens, either like I gave a book and he became a devotee. No, I made him devotee. The logic तो सही है, but then book किसका लिखा हुआ था, वो भी बहुत important है. So like simultaneously we should understand both the things. Our glory is that we got an opportunity to be there in this transcendental mission of distributing this transcendental literatures. It is not an ordinary thing. We are going to get amazing transcendental mercy through this process. And at the same time, we should remain humble. The whole process, I'm just a cog in the wheel, or I'm just a portion in the whole this one. I'm just an instrument. The real thing, this one that is there is the pure message. The pure message, I don't have the capacity to emanate pure message of Krishna consciousness, but the acharyas have, the Supreme Lord himself, he is the source of all this transcendental sound vibration. And no, mercifully, like no, we have got no this particular this one. No, we have got like just like a terrorist, if he gets a bomb, no, he thinks that no, I will सबको तहस नहस कर दूंगा. No, ऐसे like डिवोटी के हाथ में बुक मिल गया. No, दोस्त है कि like no, सबका material life तहस नहस करूंगा. So because it has the power, no. So terrorist himself doesn't have power. No, bomb has the power. So in the same way, like no, devotee himself like has little power, but then no, the books have no tremendous power actually. So because it is pure transcendental sound vibration, and also another important thing. So like book distribution is not just like an activity of no distributing the mercy or distributing the knowledge. It is also a sadhana, as we discussed in terms of the Gaudiya Matka logo. So in that, as part of sadhana, as part of attaining the lotus feet of Shri Radha and Krishna, so Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur actually puts these two as the primary thing. Like it is mentioned that Hare Nama Eva Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva Tiranyata. So this is the transcendental sound vibration which actually creates this transformation in the hearts of people. So there is so many other things that are there, so many other processes that are there, in terms of like Pancharathik system, like deity worship, and many other this ones that are there. And also like we have like the angas of bhakti, many different angas of bhakti are there. But in the Kali Yuga, especially Mahaprabhu's teachings, it is primarily we are going to go back to Godhead by the means of Sankirtan. We should have full confidence in the process of chanting Hare Krishna mantra. So many times people get allurement that only Hare Krishna mantra, how it will work. Uske saath kuch to add on karna chahiye, like kuch ye karna chahiye, wo karna chahiye. So but if that is there, so then we will not get mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu means we should have complete faith in the process of Shravanam and Kirtanam of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And then also like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself personally demonstrated, spending time with Srimad Bhagavatam. So like our Bhagavad Gita is also not much different from Srimad Bhagavatam, because the Acharya has given like no sufficient thing in that. So because whatever Prabhupada has given, it is all one lifetime process, like he has given solid process that he has given. So now, so when we distribute these literatures, this is also Sankirtan, so this is also Sankirtan. And all that is mentioned for Shravanam of Shranmatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana, all that is mentioned in the glorification of hearing the transcendental sound vibration will also happen when we distribute the literatures. So we actually make advancement. But then many times we see that devotees distribute books and devotees perform chanting also, but still advancement is not happening. So what could be the reason? Offenses. So any other reason? Mode of service. Okay. From any standard definition of bhakti, you can tell what other reasons are there.
Austerity.
What is the standard definition of bhakti? Anyabhlashita shunyam. That means he should not do any adharma. He should not do any cheating, telling lies, diplomacy and stuff like that. And then this one, jnana karmadi anavritam. So he should not, along with bhakti, if he does all these things, it is like a leaky bucket. Like mercy gir jayega. तो फिर वो mercy sustain नहीं कर पाएंगे. So then we will not make advancement. So jnana karmadi anavritam. So we should not have desire for flourishing in the material world. We should not have desire for liberation. We should have only desire to attain the lotus feet of the Lord. So like come what may, whatever may happen. So my only desire is I am doing this activity of distribution of literature or chanting and doing this Shravanam Kirtanam only for one purpose. I want to attain the lotus feet of the Lord. So बाकी दुनिया किसी भी direction में जाने दो, like it doesn't matter. So whether I get something else or not, whether I get trophy or not, it's रख ले भाई कोई रख ले मुझे भगवान चाहिए. So it should be like that. So that is the attitude we should have to make advancement in Krishna consciousness. No, because no, this time is very short, and then we should take this advantage of this process. No, we have got the pure process of Krishna consciousness, and we just need to do this pure process of Krishna consciousness without the touch of agarma or jnana or karma, or without being covered by jnana or karma. So then the result will profusely come. So with this, I pause here. Any one or two questions, comments we can take in. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to clarify, like Shakti Avesh that means living entity empowered by Lord. But we say Yasna is Shakti Avesh, but in the purport proper it's empowered plenary portion of Lord. So then how to understand?
Empowered incarnation, he is, no, that is sure. Plenary portion, I'm not sure why he uses plenary portion. Generally, plenary portion is used for the complete expansion of the Lord, or maybe a complete potency of the Lord has been invested upon him. I'm not very sure about the technicality of this.
Because by translation of Advaita sense, the Prabhupada says he himself is Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yeah.
So, but if that is the definition, I mean, if that is the case, then
See, himself Supreme Personality of Godhead means he can act, as such, as a Supreme Personality of Godhead. As the Lord can act, in the same way he can actually act. So it is empowerment is of that nature. Actually, he can, whatever he does, will be as good as the Lord does, like that. So that is also considered to be an incarnation of the Lord. So that's how the categorization actually comes. It's put under the category of incarnation of the Lord. Now, when we see glorification of Brahma, he is also Satyavesh Avatar. Many times this glorification comes as you are Supreme Personality. It comes in that way only. So because that portion of it has been addressed. So it's fine in that way. Any others?
While doing distribution, like आपने बोले कि रखले भाई मुझे भगवान चाहिए, तो it is there, but most of the time it was like we need our team to win, we need points. बोल के like our consciousness is like अरे जल्दी करना है, we need points. अरे
That's good, no?
Like is that okay on?
That's good. That's good.
आवाज़ से जाना है 72 points.
That's very good. That's very good. So when we do that, we are. You see that when the competition, Prabhupada is very expert in this. When this competition comes, immediately our devotional service increases. Our meditation on the process of Krishna consciousness actually increases. Right? So it is actually intensifying. It is actually a way of intensifying the devotional service. So this should be there, and simultaneously the other thing also must be there. That come what may, I should attend the lotus feet of the Lord. That should also be there. Right?
So it's not only.
Yeah. Very nice. So whatever Prabhupada is given is very nice. But only thing is fair means. That's all. I will attain only by fair means. ठीक है. Yantra Srimad Bhagavatam की जय और भक्तवृंद की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय.
Hare Krishna. So thank Guruji for such a nice class. We told about whatever activities we do in Krishna consciousness, whatever different things we are talking. So that is just not for our benefit, but for the benefit of everyone around. And ultimately we have to aspire for pure devotional service. Ultimately our desire should be only one, that we want to advance in devotional service. So we'll thank Prabhuji for this nice class by chanting one time the Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. So now we'll have the most awaited participation ceremony. So I think that the devotees are requesting, so we can sit in those teams, so that will be easier for everyone to share his reflections and all. Maybe the different teams we had, ACS, Maratli and Panathur, so ACS can sit that this side, Maratli here and Panathur here, like that. You can just quickly sit in the teams. Those who are confused.